Okay, so school laptops are a whole different region of devices. There could be a full-on video essay about this, which is why I'm kind of like using the voice thing right now and not texting because I think it's better to explain it via this way. So I remember like in the last few days of senior year, I was in driver's ed, and me and three other friends of mine, we were at the table in driver's ed, right? And one of my friends, I wouldn't say he's a friend of mine, but he's like friends with your friends kind of thing. We have a kind of a bad history, but it's kind of whatever. He took his laptop and actively tore the screen out and played with the components on the inside, and no one in the classroom cared. And since it was exams that day, and none of us really had to do the exams or anything like that, because it was for a specific grade and not us seniors, uh, we got to go to the gym to spend the rest of the time since there was no classwork to be done or anything like that. So we went to the gym. It was an auxiliary gym, so it was like newly built. It was a secondary gym they just built there, and we kind of just chilled out and we played poker. And my friend betted like the parts of the computer, and I actually won majority of the inner components of the computer. I can actually show you like the little cooling copper plate if you want. These were like one of those like shitty laptops that schools would hand out to you, where they would somehow still work. Their screen will still perfectly function just fine, like nothing ever happened when you drop them from like a 20-story building. These are like the indestructible Nokias of laptops, while at the same time being like little goofy goobers that should just be killed off or something. Like I see these laptops as like the goofy side character in a cartoon or whatever who just somehow miraculously survives everything. Like you could break these things into itty little bitty pieces. You could separate the screen from every single wire. You could separate all of, like the keyboards. You can like split apart, demolition these laptops in any shape, way, or form you want, and it'll still work perfectly fine when completely destroyed. That's the kind of like immortal, goofy aura these laptops have. I remember this one time in a theater class. Uh, I was in theater class and we were doing this thing where we had to write a script. It was the beginning of our script writing like part of the segment of the class, I guess, whatever you call it. Uh, I don't know what you call them. Units, yeah, units. It's the beginning of a new unit, and we were doing this script writing thing where we would team up in teams of two. So I was paired up with one other kid, and every other kid in the room was a freshman, by the way. I was the only senior in theater class, and every other kid was like a freshman. So I was like paired up with some freshman kid, and uh, we were doing the thing where like person A would write this thing and then person B would write this thing, then like person A would like continue that story and so on, repeating so forth, like improv dialogue right on the spot. So then we did a final show where I was holding the laptop so I could read the script straight from the Word document. And we were told to do so. We didn't write these on paper. We were actually told by the teacher that it was best if we held the laptops up in the air to actively read the scripts while performing in front of the class. Guess how that went? So yeah, I don't remember exactly how it went, but I can demonstrate right now. Okay, so it went something like where I would walk up to this kid, right? And then to my partner, right? And I would go like, hey, and he would go like, hey, your house is on fire. I'm like, what? Holy crap. Oh, by the way, I popped your tires on your van. And he was like, oh my God, there's a dead cat right there. What happened to it? And I'm like, oh, I killed it. And then, I don't remember the in-between parts, but I remember it ended, where, it left like a foreshadow kind of thing, where I alluded to the cat's death and connected it to like my partner in this like class assignment having a dog as a pet or something like that. And I was alluding to the fact I killed their dog, so I slowly crept up to them. Well, no. So like before that, they revealed to me that they're actually I am a CIA agent and you are under arrest for killing that cat or something like that. And then I went, oh, is that so? Go check your doghouse. And then he does that acting thing where he has the realization, the panic, and then part of the script, how it was supposed to end is he was just supposed to run past me, and back behind the show stage curtains. What this kid done was he went full on acting mode and forgot I was holding a laptop. So while he was running, he shoved me out the way. He shoved me out the way, and the laptop fell to the ground and the whole screen just cracked open and separated from the keyboard part, and the screen was still on. And well, I guess I didn't need to go to kiosk or anything, and I guess kiosk in school is kind of useless because I just like connected all the joints back together right on the spot, and then the laptop was all in one piece again. Yeah, the kiosk at my school really sucks. So like or used to be school. I graduated, but whatever. So like I heard I haven't seen it for myself, but I would hear like from my friends and all that that like that the kiosk actually sucks at like repairing the computers and all that or troubleshooting. Like they have the same knowledge or even less knowledge about computers than like the actual like kids who had the problems with the computers. Because most of the time, for any problem any kid has ever had with a laptop, it could just be solved if they power it down and then power it back on. What these kiosk guys would do when you wait in line for about like 15 minutes. Actually, no, I'm exaggerating. It was like instant. You could just walk in there. You would set the laptop down. They would check it out. They will look at your desktop screen and then they would just go like, I don't see anything wrong here. You're probably lying or something like that. You should probably go back to class. And then that's how it always was. And then it would always end up with the kids coming back to class and they would like just like shut down their laptops, turn it back on, and everything was normal again. Like, why even have the kiosk there? If everyone can just solve the problem themselves, like these laptops are very easily to reassemble after like shattering them to actual bits. Like, why is there even a kiosk there? I don't know, I'll just fix it myself.